emoji. Looks like we got Vick Green, manager of Albert Bell, joining us. Vick, what it do?
Hey, what's
Hey, what's
going
going
on?
on?
How are you, champ?
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
Yourself?
Yourself?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain. Definitely excited to speak to you. Obviously, the big news is Albert Bell is moving to 135. You know, man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm no frills, so I want to cut straight to it. What exactly does that mean? Because like, is he gonna get an actual opportunity, or is he just gonna have to? You're gonna have to keep spending money fighting on these cards that he's been fighting to keep him active, but it's not really putting him in the position that he wants to be, which is a title shot and named fights with the actual active names, not names that used to be names that are not active.
hmm
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 Well, I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
I could
I could
tell you
tell you
something,
something.
but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I just feel like at 35, somebody will be more willing to fight him. We don't have no problem fighting. Like we haven't turned down a fight, like Brad Goodman and tell you. Like we haven't, do our tenure with Top Rank, we never turned down a fight. So I feel like we go up a weight class, guys, and be like, all right, well, he's 130 coming up to 35. All right, I'll fight him. He's undefeated. Has a 26-0 record. So and not just that though. I mean, we're looking. It's money at that weight now. So be more willing to partner up and make fights and sign deals and everything. So I mean, and also Turkey is putting a lot of money in the game right now. So again, guys will be more willing to fight, especially at 135, because everybody's jockeying for position to be on top of the division.
Um, have you gotten a call from Turkey in reference to Albert Bell?
No, not yet, not yet. And again, we're working on something also. So we never just doing things blindly. You know what I mean? We always got a plan. Since we started working at six and from Albert at 6-0, we always have a plan. So, again, I mean, we reached as far as the number one in the WBO, unforeseen circumstances or whatever you want to call it. But again, we're gonna keep moving and Albert, he had battle of hand issues. Got his hand fixed. We had to go to four doctors. Nobody could get it figured out. Fifth doctor, boom, he pinpointed it. So that's why he stopped his last three opponents. So I mean, his fight style is exciting, because I like he's a stalker now at 6 foot, 130, 135 pounds. He's a stalker. So a lot of things have changed. So let's say we're just gonna keep moving forward and take advantage that we have a town that supports us as far as like boxing and attendance and everything, so we can keep doing what we're doing. So and again, we Albert has a date coming up. We threw some offers out there during this process. I've offered guys more than Top Rank has offered them, and they would turn the fight down because it's like it's not a good fight for me. So that's just the thing, this thing. But again, we have the ability, because we have the support of our city, and they support Albert, they support what we're doing. That I can offer. Like I just offered a former world champion money to come to Toledo and fight Albert, and they turned it down. Not a good fit. It's like, bro, you're on your fourth, fifth loss, and I know what they're offering. Like I'm offering you the money, and no. So, like I said, we just gonna keep moving, keep moving forward, and something to happen at 135.
But he's 32 now,
hmm
only getting older. Like he needs that
Right
opportunity. Um, has he not?
now.
Have you not been approached since Top Rank? You guys parted ways. Has no other major promoter wanted to do a co-promotion?
Uh, yeah. Again, as I said, we got some things in the works, and nothing to really speak on at the moment. But I mean, but it's there though. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, I was say I don't want to say too much, but I mean, we got stuff in order. That's why it's just like, all right, 135, let's go up and try to get the big fights, because I just don't really see too many big fights at 130. and we're confident in Albert, that with his ability to go up a weight class and still be dominant. So it's just a matter. I mean, these guys, it's just, again, when the money comes to the division, everybody's jockeying for position. So that was like but back to what you asked. Yeah, we got stuff going. It's just a matter of just when is the time to push the button.
What are the big fights at 35 in your opinion?
Um, Everybody that has a belt. So Shakur, um, Tank, Lomachenko. He was in camp with Lomachenko. So, and that's, you go in camp with somebody, you know something, you see something. So that should tell you a lot. Uh, I mean, Keyshawn, I'm confident Keyshawn is going to win this fight versus Baranchik, and Keyshawn is a real fighter. So, he's a guy that I feel like could take a challenge. And Morataya,
But hold on.
Camp.
Come on. How do you get Keyshawn not to look at Tank and unifications and instead look back and give his fellow man an opportunity at the belt? He just like that just don't sound realistic.
What do you mean? So explain. And I say some of this with
Because
knowledge of.
Keyshawn is
um,
about to win a belt, allegedly, hypothetically, right? In the perfect world,
mhm,
he
mhm,
beats Baranchek. Why would he
mhm.
turn around and give Albert Bell a shot when he wants the Tank fight? He been pushing for that fight, and he's actually getting traction. That whole knock went viral for him.
But I mean, Tank fights who he wants to fight, though. What if Tank don't want to fight? What if they say that's not gonna make enough? We don't know. Like I say, but this is boxing, though. You got to call guys out. Um, you have to inquire about the fights. Yeah, I mean, who else? My question is, who else? Who else would he fight? Like, who else at 135? I mean, it's only a select amount of fights
But he still
that'll generate.
top rank. Brad knows Albert Bell. Would they
Yeah.
even want to offer Keyshawn that fight?
You said would they or
Yes, would Top Rank even want to offer Keyshawn a fight versus a 6 foot, 35 pounder that they know to be difficult?
there you go.
But I'm
I
trying
don't know.
to make you be realistic on what is this next.
Well, I'm gonna say I'll say this, and not just with that. Like I said, we have things in place, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like I say, only thing as we can do is as being in the business is try to keep pushing.
What's the deal with the WBO? Because I seen Arnold Barboza take a stance in his last fight. And he said, I'm not paying these
Mhm,
sanctioning fees. Now, granted, after the fight, he said, I hope they forgive me and rank me to fight the champion. But he didn't keep paying because they not producing. He was the number one
mhm,
CEO for years and had to
mhm,
leave the company, just like you had to leave the company because they didn't push that shot. So what's going on with the WBO? Are you guys still paying sanctioning fees? Are you still trying to be ranked it? Or are you going to try another sanctioning body like the IBF who don't play games?
mhm.
When you are the mandatory, they give you your shot. Don't matter if you from the Europe, fucking Asia, Africa, Central Europe. They don't give a fuck. It's
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're gonna figure out. What's the best route. I mean, like I said, we have something in route. Albert's gonna fight coming up. His next fight, he's probably fight for one of the WBA lightweight belts. So we're gonna go work the W. We're gonna work all of them because again, we want to keep moving up the ranks and get a title eliminator.
now let me
Like with the WBO, they didn't give us like we were number one. We tried to fight number three for the interim. They denied it, but allowed Valdez to fight. Who did Valdez fight? Liam Wilson.
yep.
So I
And then
mean, so I feel like, oh, go ahead.
no, I said and then got the Navarrete shot.
Yeah, yep. So I mean, we're gonna still kind of go back and forth and just fight them all. I mean, the WBO is going to re-rank them, in the lightweight division. So, but again, I feel like going up the weight class, these guys would be more willing to do like a title eliminators and fight. We can't get anybody, like nobody. No, like pride. Like even when we were in the in junior lightweight, trying to move with the ranks. Albert might have been like four. Like these guys, I'm offering the same money as these other guys are offering them, and they're saying no. It's like it's not a good fight for us. So, and we offered every. I mean, even on common ground. Okay, well, we could do the fight in Atlanta. No, no, no. It's not. So I just feel like at 135 we might have a better chance at getting one of these fights because everybody's jockeying for position.
Man, I had a follow up and trying not to interrupt you, then slip my mind. Oh
Oh,
yes,
okay.
no, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I know that you guys went to Puerto Rico and everything, but when you were dealing with the WBO, Paco Varcasel was the actual president. What is your
Right,
relationship
right.
with Gustavo Oliveri, and do you think things will be different for you specifically and your fighters under his new leadership of the WBO?
I'm not sure. I mean, I have a good relationship with Gustavo. Um, I feel like he's like basically kind of like a younger guy in the business. So I was telling him like I feel like we definitely be doing business for the next 30, 40 years. And he's available. Like we were just at the WBA convention and he talked to Albert. He approached Albert, hey, this I know and talked to him. So I don't know. We have to see. I see blocked the Errol Spence and Fundora fight. Not blocked, but didn't approve it. Gave reasoning, and I mean it was valid. And so I don't
But
know. We
but
got
it would. He got a call.
we
Okay,
just got to we got to see how what's gonna happen. So
let me
we'll
let
see. What I mean, we
let me interject there because I heard you. He's like he blocked it. So is there some disdain there? Did you not fully agree with his decision on the Earl Spence Fundora? I just want to make sure we on the
well,
same.
no. I got a call. No, when I said blocked, I said that didn't approve. I said, well, I don't want to say blocked. I say didn't approve. I mean, I could see the reasoning, and I don't know if this is going to be the tide that changes in boxing. If, like he said, Earl wasn't ranked in the top 15, there needs to be, all right, well, let's give a guy in the top 15 the opportunity, So I don't know if that's going to be the new change. I know the sanctioning bodies have been working together to kind of, build some consistency and,
But my
build some kind of
question is,
structure.
I don't know if you heard me. My question is, did you agree or disagree with what he did?
Um, I mean when he put the was it 4 reasons he did it, I was like, okay, I could see that. I could see why. I
You
mean,
sound like you
I'm kind
wanted
of
to fight. You sound like you wanted him to actually approve it.
I mean, I have other because like Earl, I didn't like that fight for Earl just coming right back, it's just what I mean, I didn't want that fight for Earl because it's like that's a tough fight coming back without a tune up and coming off injuries and stuff like that. So I didn't like it. I don't want to see Earl go out, again like he did with Terrence, So that's the reason like I was okay with it because like I mean he was coming off a TKO victory, which was one of the things is like okay he's coming off a stoppage loss and jumping right back into a unification. All right, well, I mean maybe we can give somebody else the opportunity to fight. Maybe Earl can go get a win and then set the fight up, get them re-ranked and stuff like that, get them ranked in the WBO. So I don't know. I mean, it's so many factors. But again, I didn't want to see Earl in that fight coming straight off that. You know what I mean? I feel like he should have got a tune up, which I know he's kind of against.
For sure. But that move does it make you feel like we could be in a world with the WBO where they're following their own rules? Because that's what I seen. You're not ranked. You never fought for my.
Hmm.
Of course, you're not.
Right, right,
And if I
right.
approved, it would have showed some sort of fucking political favoritism.
Right. No, that's true. And like just from dealing with them, like trying to approve opponents with Albert for the NABO, it was like, oh, oh no, you coming off a stoppage. That guy's coming off a stoppage loss. We can't approve it. So that's when Gustavo put the 4 basic bullet points about it. I'm like, that's I've dealt with that, so I understand why. So
Do you still have
from the business
Matisse?
perspective. Say that again.
Do you still have Thomas Matisse?
Yeah, we still work. Yeah,
Is
it
he
was
still
kind
on
of.
his own, or did they let him go?
Well, he didn't win the last fight, so he's not on the option. So
Mm,
he was on an option deal.
okay.
So, but I mean, it's still offering fights and stuff like that. So but we're trying to with him, just trying to find what's best. I don't know if you've seen that fight, but it was he got screwed. He's about to stop the kid Rocky, and Rocky had the cut, but the cut was from a punch. He had two cuts. One was from a headbutt earlier in the fight, and one came from a punch. Now they have in Mexico, they have the ability. They said I think in the beginning in the rules meeting that they would go to instant, go to the video and go to replays. They didn't do it though. So it was just like a bad situation that the referee got the cuts mixed up. So and he was about to stop that kid. So they knew what they were doing. He knew that they was gonna stop that fight because of the cut, but the wrong cut though. And he was about to stop him. If you go back and watch, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, Vic, man, I don't want to keep you. I got another guest coming on in a few minutes, Miss
Okay.
Danielle Perkins. She's going to be taking on Clarissa Shields. But I do
Okay.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Keep me posted if Albert wakes up, so we could get him on maybe later on in the show, because we'll still be live.
Okay. All right, gotcha.
All right. There you have
Okay.
it,
All right, talk to you later.
manager Vic Green, and King Amin is back. Yeah.